Hey, good morning, YouTube. Coming with you with a video this morning on it's not a brand new tool, but it is a newer tool from Gerber. It's been out about a year or so, I guess. It's the Gerber Dual Force. So, now, I was looking at these, but I was really a little hesitant to buy it because the price point was a little bit over what I wanted to spend. And then suddenly they went on sale. They had a good sale in the summer sale, and I was able to pick this one up for about $55. They normally sell for $110 is the list price on the website, but it's the Gerber Dual Force, and we're going to take a look at it, talk about it a little bit, compare it to a couple of things real quick, and so let's get into it. Well, first thing we see is right here, made in China. So I don't know if the sheath is made in China or the tool itself is made in China, but from videos I've watched and other things, I think the tool is assembled in China, which Gerber was known for being an American company for a long time, but I think they've shifted a lot of their manufacturing over there to China. But let's open it up. I will give you a little cheater. I did open this up prior to because I have a bad habit of, for some reason, having a hard time cutting things on camera, so I tried to play it safe. But you get all your little safety, disclaimers and whatnot in the box, and we'll put those back in here. Set this box aside. First thing we notice is the sheath. Nylon sheath, typical Gerber sheath. I know the sheath is made in China. It can be worn horizontally or vertically, which I did like about the Dual Force, not the Dual Force, I'm sorry, but the center drive. I didn't like that the straps were a bit loose when you put it on your belt, so, it does tend to kind of droop a little bit when it's hanging on your belt. You're going to feel it, but not so much, no more so than the Surge. But this is supposedly boasts 12 tools, so we'll get in here and look at it. Take a quick look at the sheath. And there, like I said, it's made in China. You can see that. It does have a pocket for the bits that, like with the center drive, you get a little section of bits, a little sleeve of bits. And I don't know why they didn't provide you some with this one, but it didn't come with them. So that's basically the sheath. Let's take a look at the plier set here. First thing you're going to notice, it's a big tool, in comparison to the Leatherman Surge. It's about the same size. Got an overall inch, like 4.5 inches, I think, is the length on this dude. So right here, yeah, just a little over 4.5 inches right there. About the same size as the Surge. And width-wise, it's thick, with the bit driver, you look at almost an inch right here, almost an inch. Now, this is not going to be a comparison completely between the Surge, but we're just going to use it for comparison purposes because it's one of the things closest to it. And then you have the center drive, which not quite as big, but still pretty large. So set these over here for right now. But let's get into the tool set. The outside accessible tools, you have a main blade. And the main blade's around 3.5 inches, I think. I always like the main blade on the center drive. As far as size-wise, I like a bigger blade if I want to have a bigger multi-tool. So just right at 3 inches on the cutting edge. Of course, just a little over 3 inches for the full length. It does have a liner lock. See that right there? You have to push that over, and this will come over. So unfortunately, it doesn't bother us here in Texas, but in many countries that will be illegal. So it has a saw, which, oh, that's a file. I'm sorry. Never been real impressed with the Gerber files. I mean, it does, you can feel it, but not very aggressive. You know, it does have a finer file here on the back, but it's not really, you know, it would work, but like I said, this one's not very aggressive. But it does have this chisel, which, that's a nice chisel. I'll definitely get some use out of that. Good for scraping things. It's a little bit stiff right now because it's brand new, so like I said, these sell normally for $110 on the website, but they had a great sale. I was able to pick this one up for $55. So here's your saw. I don't use a saw very often. A lot of people do use them more so than I would, but looks like it would work. Pretty aggressive, more of a pull type angle on the blades there. More like get most of your cutting when you're pulling it back, but it also locks, has a liner lock. And here's the biggie, one of the biggies. This center drive. Now, it's a little stiff. Doesn't want to pop out, but it does lock in place with a liner lock. It's a center drive, which it lines up more horizontally or more in line with the tool handle than, say, a Leatherman might. It does take normal 1/4-inch bits, and it is magnetized, so they're not going to fall out. This is one of the best bit drivers out there. It doesn't take the proprietary bits like Leatherman, and you know, it pops, got a little detent there that keeps it locked in place. It is kind of stiff. I don't know if I'd consider that one-handed opening just yet, but eventually it'll get to that point. But my center drive, it's pretty easy. It opens real easy. And that was the main reasons when the center drive came out that I was real excited about it, because in my line of work as an aircraft mechanic, you know, what's the 3 things I use the most? Well, a bit driver, a knife, and a set of pliers. So the center drive was something that I thought was really cool. So we have this great bit driver. Let's open it up and look at the interior tools. Now this doesn't have any interior tools on it, except for these bit holders. And these bit holders are magnetized, but they're plastic. So, you know, you can keep a couple extra bits in there if you want to. That way you don't have to carry a bit kit with you if you know exactly what you need. You've got a ruler, both in metric and inches. I think it's 8 inches or 100 or 20 centimeters on the ruler if you have it out. The big thing with the Dual Force is the pliers. You got these slip joint pliers. You've got small fastener pliers, they call that right there. You got blunt nose pliers here. Of course, you've got the regular pliers here, and they're slip joint, so it can open up to a very large fastener. I don't know exactly. Let's see. Let's measure that a little bit. That is almost 3/4 of an inch. Right there. Y'all can see that. That's closed, okay? That's what it. Alright. That's right at a 1/2 inch. Almost right there. Just under 1/2 inch, maybe. Now, if you open it up barely, that's not even really expanding your hand that much. are at over an inch, almost an inch and a quarter, and that's not, you could easily go to inch and way farther than that. I mean, that's almost an inch and, what is that? Almost an inch and a half. However, I don't know how much force you could get on that. You know, this is going to be a more comfortable position, about an inch and a quarter. So, right at an inch. But, yeah, those are definitely made for more of a tradesman like myself. I don't really know about this metal, though. I mean, I don't know why they felt they put this back up on the jaws there, because you get into the surge, which is a tried and true. I carry this with me almost all the time at work. This is my go-to tool. So I'm going to see if the Dual Force might replace the surge. But the disadvantage, of course, the surge is needle nose. It does have, does have the plier capability right here. But it's not going to have as much grip or reach as these will. So we'll see. But these feel kind of loose. Of course, they are slip joint, so there's going to be some play there. But anyway, it also has wire cutters here in the back and hard wire cutters. We'll put those to the test. See how they do. But it's supposed to have a 47% narrower, grip in order to reach the same size on your plier head here, and be able to apply 2 times more force. Now, the tool weighs 12 ounces. The Gerber weighs, the surge is going to weigh just over 12 ounces, like 12.2, I think. You can feel the difference, though. It's a little bit more hefty. The center drive is not quite as heavy, but there's still pretty good weight to it. Gerber always has come out with some good ideas. I mean, Gerber has a limited lifetime warranty, which I've used the warranty, and they do stand behind the product. Of course, when I went through the warranty process, it was during COVID, or right at the end of COVID, and there was a little bit delay in materials and stuff like that. It took a little bit longer for me to get my tool, but anyway, Gerber has some good ideas. Will this replace my surge? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm going to take it for a month and try to use it exclusively without using the surge, and see how I get along. And I'll come back and let everybody know, But some of the cons, it doesn't have scissors. Of course, your center drive doesn't have scissors either. The center drive plus has scissors, but the original center drive did not come with scissors. But I always carry a Victorinox with me. Either on my keychain, like a small one or something. You're not going to get the size of the scissors like you do on the surge. But, carrying a Victorinox or some other type of multi-tool with you will take the place of the scissors. But, the surge has a nice pair of scissors on it, especially for industrial use like we use it. As mechanics and whatnot, but, it is heavy. It is large. There's no locking feature on the pliers. A lot of people have complained about that, like for the crunch. I usually pair the Leatherman crunch with my surge. So this is kind of taking the place of both of them, because the crunch, of course, has a vice grip type plier head on it, which I don't have it with me today. But you get a lot more larger jaw set on the crunch, and you can lock it in place around a bolt or nut or whatever. It's manufactured in China, or so it says. So that's not a very, for some people that's a deal killer. And the cost, normally this thing costs $110. I was lucky enough to get it on a sale for $55. And now I think it's on sale for 20% off for like somewhere around $88. So, if you can get it at a discount, by all means, try to do it. What's some of the pluses about this that I can see? Well, no proprietary bits. You can use standard bits. It's got this plier head here, which I'm really eager to put to the test. And the four main tools are tools that I would use in my trade: the file, the scraper, the driver, the screwdriver set. So, and the main blade. Everything's one-hand accessible. That's a good thing. So, yeah, the Gerber Dual Force. I'm going to put it to the test for about 30 days or so, maybe 45 days, come back and give it another review on it, and see how it holds up. Will it be as good as the center drive? Or the real test is, will it be as good as my Leatherman Surge and take the place of the Surge? I kind of have my doubts already, but I'm going to go at it with an open mind. So, come back and check it out here in about a month or so and find out what happens. But anyway, this is John with Space City EDC. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And put your experiences with this tool in the comments, or your opinions on it. Let me know. I like discussing tools. So you guys have a great day, man. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.